NewsNation contributor, Democratic strategist, LA Times contributor, former House GOP Oversight Committee advisor Kurt Bardella is here. Every time we talk, Kurt, your title gets longer in the teleprompter here. I'm not sure that gives you any extra IQ points or credibility, but here we go. How worried internally are Democrats about RFK?
I think they're very worried. I think that's part of the reason why you're seeing over the last week the Democratic National Committee announced that they are putting together basically this kind of task force within the DNC led by a very well-known political comms operative, Liz Smith, to specifically look at these third-party candidates, to do mass communications, to do rapid response, to start really pushing media stories, focusing on what they perceive to be their negatives. They're taking it very seriously because, as you pointed out, this can be a really narrow election. Having someone like Bobby in the race could very well tilt this thing towards Trump in those key 7-8 swing states.
Liz Smith has quite a history and an important one. The fact that they tapped her says an awful lot. She doesn't come cheap either. I think about the billboard, RFK Jr., powered by MAGA Trump, same biggest donor, Timothy Mellon, paid for by the Democratic National Committee, who's one of the billboards up. Is Joe Biden's problem an RFK problem, or is it a Joe Biden problem?
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly. I think that there's certainly those, as we have seen now for the entire, quote, primary season, disaffected Democrats on the base side who want an alternative to what they currently have. And someone with the most famous last name in all of politics, and certainly Democratic politics, might appeal to those who just don't know much about him and haven't done a deep dive in him. But also, Bobby's a unique character here. And the fact that he is being well-funded, that he does have a lot of resources, even though they are coming from Donald Trump's side of things, from some of his donors, anyone that has high name ID and millions of dollars, that's a problem.
Yeah, and look, he's a disruptor. He says things that make sense to a lot of people. He's not a politician. Cuomo asked him about just this issue, about his family, a couple of nights ago. Take a listen.
As you know from your family, we don't always agree on things. And I'm very, very, there are many people in my family who work for the Biden administration. President Biden is an old friend of my family. I understand that many of them disagree with me on the war in Ukraine. They disagree with me on COVID, on some of the public health issues. They disagree with me on the free speech issue. So, and we can disagree with each other in a friendly way and still love each other.
Diplomatic, is that going to be enough once Liz Smith's attacks really zero in?
No, I mean, to this point, Bobby's kind of had a free ride so far on the Democrat side of things. Again, Liz is one of the most talented operatives.
Except he got kicked out of the DNC primary.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is as we have seen in every primary when there's an incumbent president, they pave the way for them. That's just how it works. But Liz Smith is a killer. And she is a seasoned pro who loves the knife fight of political comms. And I don't know if Bobby's ready for what Liz is going to dish out, because I'm telling you, man, he has not yet had to deal with something like that with an organized political pro like that coming for him. Like, it's going to get ratcheted up a whole different notch.
He's skated in terms of having any oppo dumped on him and the rest. And there's a lot out there. All right. Kurt, thank you very much as always. We'll see you back here in D.C.